Welcome to day 102 of Grinding Until I'm a Millionaire. Today is the 102nd day of doing these check-ins, and it was about the same. I had a double scheduled for today, so I would go in at 11:30 and then get off around 3 or so, and then come back at 4:30. And anyway, I'm not, unless I really need the money, those morning shifts suck. They're slow. People spend half the money on an entree. It's like, it's just not, I don't know. If I was in a position now, we'll see what happens, but if I was in a position where it's just like, I need to work and I'll take what I can get, then I'll take whatever, but I would much rather, spend those 4 hours from 11:30 to 3:30 working on a YouTube video or working on something else, because I just feel like what I'm getting out of that is worth my time more, versus coming to work and not making very much money in the morning. Evenings always do well because the dinner portions are a little bit more expensive, we're a little bit more busy, and I make better money. Like what I made today was in like my 4-hour shift, 3.5-hour shift, was about equal to what someone else made working a whole double. And so it's just like, I was supposed to work a double. I released my morning shift. Somebody else picked it up, so I just went into work at 4:30. Before I went to work at 4:30, I just worked on actually setting up a better system for these YouTube videos, or the daily check-in videos for TikTok. And so I really didn't work on any of my real channels or anything. I just worked on setting up stuff for this channel. So I feel like that doesn't really count, but anyway. Then I went to worked, came home from work, and I scheduled out and published some videos. So my thumbnail guy finished up all the thumbnails for the week. He charged me, I paid him, and then I took the thumbnails that he made and put them on the videos. I have a pretty good workflow. I don't know, I would rather everything was done on Mondays, but the way it works out now is like, I just film the videos, upload them, and just have them set up, and then go to my spreadsheet that he's on, and I add the thumbnails that I need him to make. And then whenever he does 5 at a time, right? We batch 5, and I think I pay him $35 for $5 or for 5 thumbnails, and he wants 10 each. And I don't know. I mean, I guess it'd be worth it if I was making that kind of money, but right now I can't afford that. Like, I'll just go with the shitty thumbnails. I don't care. I don't know. That's like kind of backwards thinking. Like, oh yeah, I'll pay for more expensive thumbnails when I have more subscribers. Like, the idea is that, oh well, you have better thumbnails and the channel grows. But in my experience, that hasn't really been the case. Like, there hasn't been a significant growth period since I started doing the better thumbnail, or the more expensive thumbnails. I think they're quite a bit better, but I don't know, man. I don't think that they matter as much as they used to. I think we've got autoplay, we got auto suggestion, we got like all of that. People see the thumbnail and then maybe they'll hover their mouse over it, but it really has to do with the information and like what they're looking for. Like, you guys who watch these videos, I don't know why. If you're curious, tell me in the comments why you're watching these videos. Like, how did you even come across it? I don't know. The only way I know how to make videos and build a channel is by SEO. And the strategy I have with this is not very SEO like targeted. The content that I'm making, I'm not making something that people are searching for. I'm just making something that I want to make, and then whatever happens. But anyway, where I was going with that is, like, I don't put a lot of work into the thumbnails on this channel. I just upload the video, separate myself from the green background, or separate myself from the background, put a green background behind it, make a title, and that's like the extent of it, and the videos are getting views. On the other channel, where I have crazy intricate thumbnails, the videos are still getting views. Like, I don't know that it matters one way or another. I think that's kind of a myth now. But anyway, long tangent. He finished his thumbnail. Like, all of that to say, I'm still paying for fucking thumbnails. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, thumbnails don't matter. I don't think they matter. And then I'm like, but anyway, I just paid for the thumbnails for the week. Fuck, I don't know. I think it's nice. I think it makes the channel seem more relevant and more official. Like, it gives you more credibility if you have nice thumbnails. But in terms of, again, maybe I just haven't experienced it, but in terms of like, okay, you need to do this one secret to make sure your YouTube channel takes off, and it's like, make good thumbnails. I don't think that's it, because if you have a good thumbnail and a shitty video, it's going to be worse off. If you have a good thumbnail and then the video, someone clicks through to the video and that video is just bad, like, they're going to click off and your retention is going to suck, and YouTube's going to be like, oh, high click-through rate, low AVD, sorry, and then quit recommending that video. So I don't know. I think you don't want to get too ahead of yourself, and like, I'd say they go hand in hand. If you have decent thumbnails, decent videos, like, it's really going to take off. But you can get by with just decent videos and not so decent thumbnails, because at least even if you have a low click-through rate, the view duration is going to be good and YouTube's going to recommend that video. Versus if you have a high click-through rate, like, they don't care how many people. Think about it this way. YouTube makes money when people watch a video that has ads, okay? Now, there's pre-roll ads, there's mid-roll, and then there's post-roll. Come on, you up this side, ding dong. Baby dog, come on, don't be stupid. Let's go. Anyway, pre-roll, mid-roll, post-roll. And that's when they make their money, okay? YouTube doesn't make money from advertisers when somebody clicks on a video. They couldn't really care less in a financial aspect, right? If somebody clicks on a video, YouTube doesn't really care. They're like, okay, great. Now they're going to watch the video. And now if they stick to that video, we're going to make ad revenue. So YouTube likes that part. So you think about it, like, what are they going to weigh more? What would the algorithm logically weigh more? Would it weigh, okay, you got two videos. One video has a really high click-through rate. Like, almost everybody who sees that thumbnail clicks it. And then you have a video that has a low click-through rate. 1% of people. But then when the people who click through on the high click-through rate video, they don't watch very much of the video. People with the very low click-through rate watch most of the video. Like, what do you think logically YouTube would recommend? They're going to recommend this one more. Okay, this one might have more views, but this one's going to get pushed out a lot farther because people are actually watching it. People are actually watching the ads. YouTube's making money. The person's making money. Like, everyone is happy in that scenario. And so people who go around and say, oh yeah, you just got to change the thumbnails. It's like, shut up, dude. It's not going to change the world. Like, if nobody's watching your shitty videos, the thumbnails don't matter. And so anyway, that's my hot take on the thumbnails. Like, I feel like I would much rather invest the time that I was spending making thumbnails and trying to tweak it, make it better. I would just put out like this is it. I take pictures of me with a transparent or with a green screen or a white background. I'd put them in Photoshop. I'd crop the background out. I'd save those as PNGs into a different folder. So now I have a reactions folder. And then whatever I'm talking about, I'll take a picture of what I'm talking about on a black background, trace over the box with like a glowy brush, put myself on there with a reaction, trace my background with a glowy brush, and then put the text on the screen. Like, it takes me 5-10 minutes and I just pump it out. Are they great looking thumbnails? No. I'd give them a 4 out of 10. They're not great thumbnails. But I would rather take that extra time that I'm saving on the thumbnails and put that into making the, animations in the video to make it more engaging, or put it into the script writing to make sure that the script is more engaging and the video is more engaging. That's where you should be spending your time. You shouldn't be spending your time worrying about thumbnails and all of that nonsense, because I just think it's kind of a waste. But with that being said, here I am spending money on thumbnails. Paid the thumbnail guy, put the thumbnails on the videos, scheduled out a couple videos for both channels. I think one goes out tomorrow. I put one out today on my second channel, one goes out tomorrow on my main channel, and then one goes out on each channel on Saturday, I think, Saturday morning. And so from there, hopefully Friday I get enough footage from the live stream that I can clip out a few more and have a couple to go out next week on both channels. That's been working out really good for me. He's working on 5 more thumbnails right now, and those are also videos that are in the pipeline or we're working on, and once those thumbnails are done, those videos will be ready to go. But it's interesting, like, I'm still getting videos out, but I really don't feel very stressed, and I think it all has to do with condensing that just into my one objective for the month. I got rid of all the other objectives. My one objective is 50 videos this month, all the bikes reviewed, and that's all I'm working on. I'm gonna film, script, edit, and they just keep coming out. So one problem I'm having is like I'm putting out these videos, but I don't have the accompanying blog post, and I don't have the time to make the accompanying blog post, especially with the frequency that I'm putting out the videos. So it is kind of a high priority on Monday to go through and delegate those blog posts to the blog post writer and set up the system for him, because the system needs changed from the last time that he was doing that. But once that's done, then everything can roll real smoothly. I think it's important. Like, my goal is to put out all of those reviews, but it shouldn't be like I should be able to put out all of those reviews and have everything go together, right? Like thumbnail for the video edited, video upload, blog post, everything linked together, put into the app with the scoring system. Like, everything should be done at once. And a lot of the things move on each other. The problem is that once a video is uploaded, the next step in the to-do list is a blog post. And with the way that I want to do the blog post now on the new website, it takes up a little bit more time, and it's worth my time to just delegate. It's absolutely worth my time. For the price we have is very worth my time. Because I think I pay my blog post guy to do 5 blog posts in the amount of time it would take me to do 1, if that makes any sense. Like, I think I just pay $20 a week was the deal, and up to 5 posts a week. And so even with these, if he only does 3, like, I would still pay $20 a week for the 3 posts, for 3 posts a week, because it takes me $20 of my time to do just 1. So it's totally worth it to delegate that out. I can't wait to have more money and be able to delegate shit. Like, there are so many monotonous tasks that I do that I just, as soon as it's logical, I'll pay somebody else to do it. I don't care. I will pay somebody else. But anyway, that's pretty much all I did for today. Woke up, worked on stuff for this YouTube channel, went to work, came home from work, scheduled out some videos from my other 2 YouTube channels, worked on stuff for this YouTube channel, and then I hung out with a friend for a little bit, and then that's it. It's like 2:30. Or 2:17. I'm contemplating getting another energy drink going, but I need to edit that other video, and go to bed. I have a morning shift for tomorrow morning, but I released it. Hopefully somebody picked it up, so hopefully they go in for me so I don't have to work tomorrow morning, and I can just work on the YouTubes and that stuff. But anyway, yeah, so that was day 102. My key takeaways for the day are to delegate what makes sense to delegate. In like what I was just talking about for the blog post stuff, if it takes me an hour to do 1 blog post, even using the system, like the formatting is the biggest part of it, but if it takes me an hour to do 1 blog post, and I can create a system that makes it easy so that anyone can do that exact same blog post in an hour, but I'm only paying them, say, $5 an hour versus whatever my time's worth, it makes so much sense to do that. And so I will, get that system set up and keep doing that. But I'll also be thinking about other things that I can delegate, with the same line of thinking. Like, what am I doing that takes me a stupid amount of time that I can pay somebody less to do? That's what I need to be thinking about. But then I also need to have the money to pay them to do it. Otherwise, it's not worth it. Like house cleaning, I would absolutely pay for that. I don't have to do much around here, I guess, like vacuum a little bit and stuff, but it'd be nice just once a month, pay somebody, come in here, come back to a clean apartment. That would just be nice. And then I don't have to stress about it. I don't have to exert any mental energy. But yeah, I think delegating something that really separates the rich from the poor. I think the rich that know how to do it, that do it well, reap the benefits, and the poor just try to do everything to save money, and in turn we're spending our time, and that's the most valuable thing we have. So yeah, those are my ideas for day 102. We'll see you tomorrow for day 103. Thank you guys for rocking with me, supporting me, and being a part of the journey. It's a lot of fun. We'll see you later.